Hello, my beautiful witches, so blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. How are you, witches? Believe it or not, I've been waiting for the past hour because the people that cut the grass, the town people that cuts the grass around my house, was really busy right behind my house. I've been waiting for over an hour for them to just finish with what they were doing so I can finally do this video for you guys. Mondays is busy for everybody, I guess. If you're here on my channel, I welcome you. My name is WhiteRaven and I'm here to teach you witchcraft and what it is to be a witch from my perspective. The map of the world is different for everybody. So if this is something you're interested in, please make sure to stick around and subscribe to the channel. I want to be for you what I wish I had when I started. So stick around and subscribe. Witches, I gotta tell you, if you live in the United States, I went to Michael's today and they have all the Halloween stuff outside. It always makes me so excited when I see Halloween stuff coming out. Actually, Michael's has a lot of really pretty decor that for you and me is going to be all year round decor. So you know, they have their Halloween stuff out and there's a 20% off discount going around. So make sure you go visit Michael and get yourself some of all that pretty stuff that we love so much for the entire year. Before I continue with this video, I want to say thank you so very much to all of you guys that have supported me throughout the years. And when I say support, it's all of you guys that have been with me throughout the years. In my good times, in my bad times, in my not so good videos, and on the time that sometimes I just been absent. You've always been there for me. I want to say thank you so very much. I'm very happy to help you guys out, which is, it moves me. It really drives me, inspires me to be here every Monday teaching you the little bit that I know or that I found out or things that I think are going to be very useful in your life. On the same token, I also want to say I'm sorry. I know that sometimes I'm very short when I answer my messages. It's just that I want to answer all of them and I usually go straight to the point. So I hope you get that. It's not that I'm just being mean or anything like that. It's just like you're asking me a question, I'm just going to answer you the questions based on the fact that I don't have the time to engage in any type of conversation with anybody, in which that takes me. I do not do one-on-one consultations. So when you write to me telling me the story of your life, I don't do consultations. I am a witch and I'm here to teach you witchcraft. If I was to do consultations, then that's when you start charging and that's when you start working for people. I don't do that. If you have a question, go straight into the point. I'll try to answer that question as best as I can. Otherwise, just tell me what type of spell you want me to share with you in the channel and I'll be more than happy to find something out for you. And if I have something, I'm going to tell you to go into my videos, because I have hundreds of videos over here on spells that you don't have to wait, all right, until I make a video because it's already made for you. Witches, I have been receiving a lot of emails on ancestors. And it seems to me that a lot of you guys are very confused when it comes to honoring your ancestors. And the questions that you have are very valid and very legit. What happens when you have bad ancestors? What happens when you are adopted? What happens when you don't know who your ancestors are? I am making a video. I am researching and I am constructing a sketch because I want to do a video on ancestors for you. I want to simplify your life. I want to make your life easier. So I want you to know that I'm working on a video on ancestors. I think it's really important that we have this conversation. There is absolutely nothing in YouTube regarding bad ancestors, just to put it that way. And in the few books that I have on ancestors, which is Badass Ancestors by Patty Wigginton, which is somebody that I really love. And this book that is extremely popular, Honoring Your Ancestor by Mallory Bedoyce. Sorry, hopefully I'm not butchering this name. So in these two books, I didn't get the answer that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to share with you my perspective on ancestors. That's coming out pretty soon, probably next Monday, maybe the following Monday. I want you to know that I'm working on this. Another thing that I'm working on is Ouija boards because I have so many questions on the Ouija. So many questions. So I'm going to be talking about the Ouija board coming up pretty soon. So those are some videos that are coming up. If you want me to share something in here other than spells or curses, if there's a question that you have, somebody was was asking me about the Lion's Gate that has to do with energy, astrology, and a whole bunch of things that I'm not interested in right now very much. I am sorry. I say this with a lot of respect, okay? Which is, I mean, you have one brain and there's so many things that you can try to do at the same time. And even though I felt like talking about 8A, the Lion's Gate, was kind of interesting, it was something that was not important in my list of sharing with you guys today. The video that I'm sharing with you today is highly requested, and I think it's very necessary that I share it with you today. Lionsgate is going to wait. It's the topic of conversation that I really don't, I'm not excited to talk about. All right. Maybe next year I will be more excited to talk about. So if you ask about this, I am so sorry. It was not my cup of tea for today. I'm so sorry. Another topic of conversations that you guys have requested for me to talk about is the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. Again, that is ceremonial magic that I'm not very attracted to at the moment. However, I think that the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is something that is very interesting, and I made sure that with you guys. It is a ritual for you to cleanse and protect yourself, get rid of bad, evil stuff, among other things. I mean, it has a lot to do with protection and cleansing and stuff like that. It's a ritual, it's ceremonial magic, so I may share with you a little bit on this. There's a lot of books out there on the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, so Google it a little bit if you're interested, and if you really want to learn a little bit more and you want me to share more information on it, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to share with you the little bits that I know about it and when would I use it, if I use it or not, etc, etc. So let me know. You can email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com and tell me, what do you want to know? I'd be more than happy, because sometimes you guys tell me things that I don't know. I don't know everything, witches. You believe that? I don't know everything. I like what I like, and some other things I disregard because I find them boring. If you need me to explain something to you, please by all means email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. Your wish is my command. That's what I'm here for. That's exactly the type of emails that really excite me. So go ahead and email me. All right, so let's go into the video today. So today I have a really easy spell for you, yet it's so necessary, which is so necessary, because 95% of the people that watch my channel are females, and from that 95% of people that is watching my channel are females that are going through court cases. Many of you, that is the majority of requests in my emails. Court cases, bad neighbors, and love. But anyways, let's go back to the court cases. Court cases. So what happened, which is when you have done everything in your power, right? You take your case to the court because you're thinking the court is going to be just and fair to you. You have been married to a bully for many years. This person have abused you. He's a bad father, bad parent, bad husband, whatever it is. A nightmare of a person. A trash, terrible, terrible person. And you take this to court and the court has failed you. It happens, witches. It happens. You have to redo the whole thing and start from scratch again. But what happened when the court has failed you and this person is still bullying you? Because now I won in court, so now I'm the boss and I can do whatever I want. No, I don't think so. What do you do to stop that evildoer from harassing you and bullying you? The spell that I'm going to share with you is precisely a very simple spell for you to accomplish precisely that task. Now, witches, I gotta tell you this. When you are in war and in a big battle in court with your ex-husband, and I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about a husband because I'm a girl and I'm going to portray myself, okay? Just hear me out. You have a gruesome battle in court with your ex-husband. If you're working magic, witches, this magic has to be so intense. Let me tell you, you can go through this with magic 100%. Trust me when I tell you, but you have to work court cases like there's no tomorrow. If you are going through court right now, witch, there's a few basic things that you need to have if you are working magic towards your court cases. The first thing that you have to have at home is an altar. And when I say an altar, witches, I'm just talking about a little table, okay? With your specific candles, with all your workings and the deities, angels, saints, whoever you're going to use to assist you in court. You have to have that little altar that you're going to work every week. You have to be dedicated to the particular spirits that are going to be assisting you with your court cases. You have to establish a very close relationship with these deities, saints, ancestors, whoever it is that you're using. And you have to dedicate your time to them, what they are assisting you in your court cases. Listen, there's a lot of spells out there that you ask WhiteRaven need a spell for this, and WhiteRaven gives you a spell. And the spell work like this. It doesn't happen like that all the time, witches. If that happens to you, consider yourself lucky. But it doesn't happen like that all the time. Court cases need to be worked really intensely. Hardcore, witches. You need to dedicate yourself to that task that you have in your hands. Be focused, be clear in what you want and what you need, and visualize it. Don't be adding a lot of stuff into your magic when you're doing court cases. If you need to win child support, then that's all you need to focus about. Never mind that your ex-husband's with another woman. Never mind. Just focus in your child support. And you are fighting over child custody, then focus in child custody. And that's your task, and that's what you have to do. Listen, court cases are not easy, and they're extremely long. So you have to be focused. And you have to have at home, which is an altar in which you're going to be doing all your working. So it's very important that you have that. Another thing that I have told you, and I shared a video with you guys in here. Court cases, you need to work every single case by itself. When we are going court cases, you have a hearing one day for child support. You're going to have another hearing another day for custody. You're going to have another hearing some other time for whatever it is, right? Just make sure that you work each at a time. If you receive papers because you have a hearing on child support, then you're going to take those papers and you're going to work those papers. Don't try to work everything, generalize everything in one little bunch. They need work, and you can be successful, which is, it just takes a lot of focus and you understanding what you have to do. Sorry, I went into this rant. I did not mean to talk this much, but I need you to understand this, and I need you to learn this from me. I went through it, gruesome years, many different cases at the same time. And at the end of the day, listen, you're gonna lose some battles and you're gonna win other ones. The most important thing is that you win the important ones. Sometimes you have to give a little bit to gain a lot. So be also prepared to let go a little bit and visualize the future. Okay, if I give a little bit of this right now, what can that give me in the future? Sometimes you have to let go of some things in order to win the big battles. Okay, don't forget that. Don't get obsessed with being vindictive to this person. Be smart, witches. Be smart. So the spell that I have for you, witches, is how to crush your ex-husband when the court has failed you. It's a spell for you to get rid of him, to be done with him. Let's get into it. Okay, witches, for this spell, you're going to need very basic things. This is going to be a very basic spell. You're going to need, from everything in this world, some Play-Doh. In my particular case, I'm going to use white. The spell does not call for any specific color. I'm going to be using white. You're going to need some red cord. Red has a lot to do with binding. We use the color red a lot to bind people. You're going to need a little scissors. And also, witches, you're going to need red jasper. So before I continue, let's talk a little bit about the magical properties of red jasper. So let's take our book, Love is in the Earth, and I'm going to check what are the magical properties of red jasper. Red jasper has been used to assist one in rectifying unjust circumstances. Obviously, the spell that we're doing today has to do with the court failing you and having this person still harassing you. So this is a good crystal for you to add into this spell. And over here I highlighted that it can also assist in providing for rescue in situations of dangers. So there you go. That's some of the magical properties of a red jasper. So what I'm going to do, which is I am going to put gloves on, and not for any specific reason, but just because of nails. Now, let me tell you, witches, if you do have some tag logs from your ex-husband. And when I say tactless, I'm talking about if you have anything that belongs to your ex-husband, like pieces of clothes that you still have at home. If you have any type of, like, I don't know, personal property, if you still have like a toothbrush that belonged to your ex-husband or anything like that, just make sure that you add it into this doll so you can link this doll very well to the person. What we're gonna do, which is we're going to get our Play-Doh, make a dolly. You just make a little figurine. First, you make a little ball. That little ball is going to become your head. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we're gonna make the body. So you make a little stick for the body. This is just as simple as this, witches. Then you're going to make arms. Just like this, witches. Very raw. I don't need you guys to do anything super incredible. Okay. And then let's just do the legs. And this is what I do for the legs. There you go. Looks like he's wearing a diaper. He's going to be wearing a diaper after this. Okay, witches. You can do anything you want to this dolly. If you want to put some hair into this dolly because you want to make him blonde or whatever it is, if you want to put, I don't know, something, you can do this doll however you want to do it. The idea is for you to have a figurine that you're going to charge and you're going to work on. Once you have the figurine already made, you're going to grab your red jasper and you're going to put the red jasper where this person's mouth should be. You're gonna put that red jasper in there and you are going to chant a chant after you do this. And it goes something like this. You're bound from bullying deed and word. Your threatening presence no more shall be seen or heard. What we're gonna do now, which is we're gonna grab our red cord, cut a little bit, because what we're going to do, we're going to bind this dolly's hand with the cord, and be gentle because you know this is Play-Doh. Bind that together just like that, witches. Now you're going to repeat the same thing and we're going to do the legs. Grab your cord. Let's bind his legs. The good thing about the Play-Doh is that you can just ingrain this in the Play-Doh. Make sure not to go all the way through and cut it, okay? This is what I want you to have. I want you to have a dolly completely bind. His hands, his mouth, his legs are going to be completely bind. He's going to be incapable of moving, not even to move a finger against you, witch. What I want you to do, witches, I want you to place this figure beneath the doormat and you're going to say this. Crush your intimidation beneath my feet. Trample is your vicious heat. Barred are you from my door, or you walk over yourself and feel this score. Make sure, witches, that you walk upon your doormat and you squish this cockroach that is being driving you crazy. That cord was not fair and just to you. Crush this cockroach. Crush it once again and again and again and again. Get all your rage and put it here. He is under your feet. And that's it, witches. If I were you, I will keep that dolly under my mat indefinitely. And I will step on it and step on it and step on it gladly, happily. You know, for a very long time, for a very, very, very long time, I considered the idea of tattooing my ex's names under my feet because I wanted to step on him for eternity. I did not, but if I were you, I would definitely put this doll under my doormat and leave it there indefinitely. I will step on it every time I leave my door. Just step on it and say the same chant constantly over and over and over again to keep this person at bay. I wish you the best, witches. Court cases are awful. They're nightmarish. court cases, especially when you're dealing with divorce and child support and child custody. It's just the worst. It's gruesome, it's draining, it hurts, it's a suffering, it's just a state of mind that is terrible. Witches, you got what it takes to go through this. Just make sure you focus and have your altar at home, and make sure that you have in the spiritual world allies and spirits assisting you through this entire ordeal, because it's really, really harsh. But you can be victorious, witches. You can be victorious. Have no mercy with this person. No mercy whatsoever. Sometimes we hate this person. We know this person is bad, but we keep on talking to him on the phone. And listen, no mercy. No mercy, witches. Be done. Cut the ties and be done. Thank you so much, witches, for being with me yet another Monday. Thank you so much for putting up with my ranting. Thank you so much for everything. I am so excited to have you in my life. You guys make me so happy. You're the reason of my inspiration on a daily basis. Stick around if you're new to the channel. I will love to have you. Please email me if you have any questions. Remember, I do not work for people, and I do not do one-on-one consultations. But if you have any questions in regard magic, if you want to suggest a specific video that you want me to share in here with you, or if you have specific topic of conversation, please let me know and email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. Witches, remember, I have an amazing website, WhiteRaven, in which I have a lot of products and a lot of things that I put in there to assist you. Things that I wish I had when I started. Okay, this is just gonna be basics, but they're there for you, witches, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. Remember, I am in Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Go visit me in my social platforms. I'm usually there every day. When I wake up every day, I check your emails, your messages, everything. There's a lot of them, so please be patient and please forgive me if I don't get to you. Sometimes a lot of these emails go into spam folders. So please forgive me if I don't get to you. Other than that, witches, you must stay very smart. The world that we live in today is for the smart people. But above all, you know what? This world is going to be for the wicked. Bye.